I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean when I say sexy in this video, because what and how you perceive all comes down to what's in your psychology. And let me tell you, you can be all the sexy qualities. If you want to be hot, rich, and highly intelligent, it sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Turns out, being any sexy qualities, hot, rich, and highly intelligent, just a mindset shift away. This is a reminder that I often return to. You have more control than what you think over how attractive, how abundant, how intelligent you are. It doesn't matter if you are in your 20s, 30s, or 40s. This video is that reminder you'd love to return to, because you are the master of your reality. Welcome to my channel. Hi angels, I'm Avery. I want to start by thanking you for taking the time to actually watch my video. I want to acknowledge you because your time is valuable, and I appreciate that you've decided to dedicate yourself to work on the person that you've loved to be. So in this video, we're here to break down 10 things we do differently to start mastering the psychology behind it all. What I mean by being sexy. Hope you enjoy. When I say sexy, I don't mean certain physical looks, facial features, or body types. I don't mean trying hard or revealing clothes just to be perceived as attractive. And I certainly don't mean that the younger you are, the sexier you are. When I say sexy, I mean the people are genuinely attractive by how comfortable they are in their own skin, their confidence. I mean their lovely energy, how it feels to be genuinely rich in life. When I say sexy, I mean the emotional connection, the inner wisdom. This is what I mean by sexy, hot, rich, and highly intelligent. For the sake of this video and for better understanding, I refer to people being either sexy or unsexy. And the truth is, there's a psychological difference between the two. The sexy persona is rooted in psychological security. Being sexy is to possess a high level of self-acceptance and internal security. This is what it means to be genuinely attractive, because sexy people are entirely comfortable in their own skin. The key characteristics are radiant energy, grounded confidence, and emotional depth. Those who love their life and feel good about themselves are just those who have a natural glow about them. They are calm and confident in a quiet way because they don't try to impress anyone. I also feel that when I connect to others in a deeper level, it makes me feel sexy. When it's out of genuine care, considerations, and thoughtful gestures. From a psychological standpoint, this is the ultimate baseline of attraction. When someone shows up from a place of wholeness, they lighten the room. They are hot because they are intelligent, and they are rich because their value are unique and independent of external circumstances. What separates sexy people and unsexy people, the rich and the broke, the wise and the dumb, is not born with what is so-called pretty, wealth, or high intelligence, but mastering the psychology behind it, and you end up becoming all of them. The second thing you examine is your subconscious script. Your subconscious script is the story you tell about yourself in the background. You probably may not notice your subconscious script was written by yourself or formed before you were even a fully functioning adult. The exact thing we've been taught from our parents, cultural influences, or life experiences becomes belief. It's running quietly 24/7 in the back of your mind until you choose to see it with your consciousness. If you want to change a resolve of any kind, your internal script is going to influence your external reality. Once you change it for the better, you take a lot of emotion out of it. Well, the thing is that if you don't decide what you want to think about, the story you wish to tell yourself, other people are going to decide for you. And then you will end up manifesting the limiting beliefs that other people project onto you. The way to check the validity of your beliefs is to ask yourself, is this true? Or is it something you've told yourself to be true? Do you consent this kind of perception about yourself to be true? Essentially, every decision you make financially, relationally, professionally, emotionally is controlled by your beliefs. You will realize that they were never facts. They were simply the story you chose to accept. Becoming sexy, hot, rich, or intelligent is just like that. And your brain's job is to look for evidence to prove the story that aligns with your core beliefs. So as you rewrite your subconscious stories, your beliefs are being rewritten. One of the beliefs you can insert into your subconscious that will change your life for the better, I mean in every aspect of your life, and trust me when I say this, is this: your signature features are your strengths. Which comes to number 3. Let's put this into perspective. Beauty standards are different for each and every person, from culture to culture, and from decades to generations. People create beauty standards and people change them. Who decide what beauty standards are? You. Going back to my last point, if you don't define what beautiful is for yourself, other people will decide it for you. And then you will spend your life chasing the standards that have nothing important to do with you. You have the power to influence what beauty standards mean to you. If you don't, you will end up judging yourself through someone else's standards. And that's why people judge their nose, their teeth, or maybe even their skin colors as being flaws and not seeing them as their unique features. I really do think that we need to advocate this movement of like seeing your features, your signature features as your strength. Because who set up those rules? What you don't have to be is the pretty by the societal standards, but sexy, hot, rich, or however you defined it. That's what I mean when I say sexy, by the way. You can decide what makes your unique look, and that makes you sexy and beautiful. What if your circumstances aren't your fault but your driving force? What happens when you decide that they can become your unique advantages, your strength? It makes you sexy. It even applies to your skills. For me, I always felt odd about where I belonged growing up, or what language was more important for me, or what I was good at, even if I moved places to places, countries to countries. But so what? I get to decide that for myself. I get to decide whatever and however I want. And I'm so glad that I did. I did take the power to steer my own direction, and I see it come to fruition. What is that thing that seemed a bit odd by societal standards? That very thing lies exactly your signature features. Whatever you think is your flaw, you can reframe it as being your unique features. Perhaps your circumstances, but that's what makes up your defining talents. I really encourage you to think about this, because the things that you feel odd about are often the very things that will make you stand out. Maybe you still feel weird about it, but so what? You have the power to let that insecurity to become, you know what? Your signature features. And that's how you get dangerously confident. Which brings us to number 4. It takes guts to see things differently. Because you can either label something as being wrong or something that makes you interesting. It's psychology, but also how things work. That alone will shift your entire energy around it. You literally have nothing to lose but choosing to see it, feel it, and to firmly believe it. Believe that something better and what is meant for you is going to come. Maybe just isn't in the timing that you wanted, but it's a promise, and surely it will be it. Number 5. Your energy speaks it all. Nothing kills your sexy energy faster than fears, anxiety, jealousy, Also, how you feel shape how you show up. So when you carry yourself with a lot of insecurity, when you are avoiding eye contact, or when you're fidgeting, or when you're making all those nervous gestures, people will feel a bit uneasy around you. People will pick up on that tension and feel uncomfortable, even if they don't know why. I'd say spare some time before you show up to be emotionally regulated, because this will help you with your confidence. Because when you embody confidence, when you have open body language, when you have a smile on your face, when you're relaxed and comfortable, people will feel that too. What brings sexy, confident energy is the language of love. Say I love you. I love to hear more what you think about this. Say thank you. It was all thanks to you. Say it's okay. I'm sorry. I know it must be difficult for you. Say words that contain consideration and understanding rather than destruction. People feel that calm confidence and magnetism from you, and they reflect it back to you. Dangerous confidence isn't tested through what you can control, but also when life goes out of your control. Which brings me to number 6. As the saying goes, where there's a problem, there is a solution. Owning the mindset of being a victor rather than sinking into a victim mindset. In my opinion, that's what makes you stand out. Sexy quality. Let's be real. If you complain, you linger in that unsexy energy. Or let's say someone says something really awful to you. You don't think they're worth your time or energy because they are cheap and unsexy. Hot, rich, intelligent people solve problems, which you will encounter on your personal development journey anyway. What is sexy is when you take full responsibility to act ASAP, to get yourself out of the problem. How? By taking the smallest first step, by focusing on what you can do next. How can you learn from it? And not, why is this happening to me? That's more than sexy, but psychological resilience. Next is the abundance mindset over a scarcity mindset. A scarcity mindset, you think there's never enough to go around. But an abundant mindset opens you up to see abundant possibilities. You can try apply this mindset shift to your money, personal relationships, or professional opportunities. The hot, rich, intelligent knows that they aren't lucky, but they've trained themselves to see possibilities over limitations. Because really, nothing is a loss. This reminds me of a quote from Brianna Wiest, which goes along the line of, sometimes you get what you want, but other times you receive a lessons in patience, timing, resilience, trust, purpose, and countless other opportunities to shape who you become. Either way, you win. Number 8, I will say it again. Dangerous confidence is what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. When what is inside of you shifts, your identity comes with a shift as well. So it's great that this gap exists. It simply means that there's more potential for you to improve. That's it. You say it, you want it, and you be it. Number 9, if you want an extraordinary life, you will have to master your psychology at the most fundamental level. This includes the mindsets we've talked about in this video. I'd argue also strive to be service-minded. That's how businesses become very successful, because they solve people's problems and make their lives easier. Think about Amazon, Airbnb, Uber. These are the obvious examples. I'm not telling you to go out and start businesses, but I do mean having a service-minded habit, which can be very simple. For example, inquiring how you can serve better today. The small acts of service, like a kind gesture, or how you can make others feel seen. Ironically, this kind of presence is what makes you sexy. I do think if you want to be hot, rich, intelligent, you have to practice to become a better servant to yourself than to others. Because the more value you're training yourself to create, the more valuable you become. Number 10, I really hope you take away this one. Is this. Believe yourself that you're so much more than what you think you are. That's a belief, that's a choice, and I hope that's a decision you've made in this video. Here's the truth. There will be irrational fears, reasons come up, but it's telling your brain, listen, you're going to do exactly it, no matter what, rather than in a way that makes you unsexy. Make sure it only serves you to become a hotter, richer, and more intelligent person. Yay, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. Like this video, support my channel by subscribing to my channel. If you enjoyed this video, I think you will also enjoy these videos right here.